Hey everybody, it's Scott with another tool thought. It's a rainy, crappy day here in Northeast Ohio. Figured I'd come hang out in my garage, stay out of my lovely wife's way for the day. Thought I might do a video on ratcheting or multi-bit type screwdrivers. So I originally started this channel to review new tools and things like that I like to use, but I've kind of been bored with buying new tools. My tool set's kind of plateaued. I really don't need anything. I think I have everything I need other than some larger, higher dollar power tools and things. So I've been kind of delving into the vintage tool area. I got turned on to that by Scout Crafter and other restoration channels. It's really fun to get a nice old tool that's 20, 30, 40. I've even got some that are over 100 years old, and restoring them and bring them back to functionality. As I've said in previous videos, you can get excellent tools for dirt cheap, and just clean them up a little bit, oil them, and put them back into service rather than spending 20, 30, $40 on a pair of new Klein dikes or something. So I've kind of gotten all the plier type things that I need currently or that I like, and I've gotten into these old school screwdrivers. I really love using old tools to help me make my living. I don't know, I just get a kick out of it. But these are the ratcheting type screwdrivers that I have, other than that blue Pickwick right there. And I just wanted to kind of show you, what we've got. Currently, this is the one that lives in my tool bag, and it's about to get bounced in favor of something else. I love this thing. It's made by Stahlwelle, which is a German tool manufacturer. The quality is unparalleled. It's called the SnapOn of Germany, because they're so highly regarded. And but I think actually SnapOn bought them, so it's kind of a strange bit of serendipity there. Actually, on the SnapOn thread, this is an old SnapOn I've had since the early 90s, and it is rock solid, bulletproof ratcheting screwdriver. I'll get to that in a minute. But Stahlwelle, or whoever is making these for Stahlwelle, is now making this exact screwdriver for SnapOn now, only it's blue. So what it is you squeeze the logo on both sides, and when it's working right, the end pops out to give you access to the bits, and the bits are kept in there. It's got a real smooth ratcheting action. The shaft is high quality. The only thing I do not like about this, and the reason I'm bouncing it out of my tool bag, is it's counterintuitive to me. If you turn the collar forward, it ratchets backward, loosen. You turn the collar to the rear and it tightens. That's counterintuitive to me, so I'm just going to put this in my big mechanics toolbox. What it is I've had this for 26 years now, and to me this one is right. You turn the collar forward and you turn forward. Turn the collar back, you turn back. It also has a locking position, which I'm not sure is working right. Uh-oh, there it is. It's got a screw cap. You keep all the bits in the end there. Not the best system, because if you overfill this and then you tighten this lid down, it gets stuck on the bits. You can see where sometime in the past I've gotten onto it with a pair of pliers to get the lid off. The thing is rock solid. It's starting to show some age and wear, but it still works. This is actually made by Williams, and you can get an updated version of this new, still to this day, that still works exactly the same way, still same mechanism and everything, and I can attest personally to its durability. I've had these Pickwicks, which I love to death. They're not ratcheting, and they don't make a ratcheting one, which I've emailed them about, and they said they have no plans to make a ratcheting one, which I think is a failing on their part. These are great because you can't really lose the bits unless you try real hard, because to get a bit out, you have to put a bit in to get it out. This one is, I think it's an HVAC model, because you take that out and it's got a driver there and another one on that end, and it goes together like that. The one failing on these is these bits are held in by rubber O-rings in the ends here. And as these bits oxidize and corrode, they get rough. So the more you pull them in and out of here, it damages the O-rings, and then eventually they get loose and the bits fall out. So I've kind of retired that to the mechanic's toolbox. Now what I got here and here are two of the very first type ratcheting screwdrivers. This is it's called a Screwball ratchet screwdriver, and it's made by SV Tool Company out of Kansas. I don't believe they exist anymore. This one is awesome. It's got a little bit of a rougher ratcheting mechanism, but the palm, you get a lot of surface area on there, which I like. It kind of looks like a fishing bobber. You flip the lever, and it does what it goes the direction you want. It kind of makes sense to me. The hole indicates the direction. Bit storage is accomplished. You only get 3 bits plus the one in the end. You just turn this clear part, and there's a hole over where you want, and you dump it out into your hand, and there you go. So I'm going to put this in my tool bag and use it for a while. Like I said, I get a kick out of using vintage tools. And I really like the surface area and the torque you can generate with that giant head on the end. And I don't know if you can read that, but that's a Screwball ratchet driver, 1973. So she's a good, 45 years old. This one here, I really like. It's called the Easy Driver. It's the same thing. It's 1973. Made by Creative Tools out of Bennington, Vermont. I believe they're defunct as well. This is the kit. You can get the kit in multi-forms, but this one's cool because you just unscrew it. And there's the ratchet ball on top of a giant keystone shaft. I have a colleague that said he used to have one of these in the 80s and that he destroyed it by putting too much torque, because as you can see, you can get a lot of torque turning power on that thing because of the size of the ball. He said he destroyed it by putting too much torque on it, which I can see, because if you look where you put the bits in, it's just plastic. I don't know if he destroyed the center part or the ratchet inside, but to me, you would think that, they give you such a large driver that you're going to generate some torque on it. It should be able to hold up. I have yet to put it through its paces. The ball is made out of Lexan. The internal gears are made out of steel. The way this ratchet works is you put it in the black side and it loosens. To tighten, you flip it and put it in the red side, and that tightens. It's got a real smooth ratchet action to it. It's really cool. I like it. They also make a mini version of this. Somebody tried to bring this back in 2010, maybe 2012. And you can still find those on eBay. You can find these a lot on eBay as well. They only made them for a couple of years in 2012-ish. I've got a couple of those on order from eBay. We're going to check out the quality of them. They're made in USA. I think it's the same design. I still don't think they made that internal square out of steel. A lot of the complaints about these older ones, and this one is almost perfect, is that these break off or they get loose, and it's just a friction fit. As you can see, there's no detent or anything on the shaft, and they fall out, I guess, but this one's really nice and tight. It's in real good shape. It's got a multi-bit head that you can put in there. It came with almost all its bits. It's only missing, I think, 1 or 2 items. I'm not sure what they are. And again, I think they considered this pretty durable, because they give you a 3/8 socket drive shaft with it, and also a 1/4-inch drive socket shaft. So I don't know. We'll see how it works. We'll take it through its paces. It's not real practical to stick on your tool belt or something. I don't know. It seems like I would be worried that you stick it in a loop on, your belt pouch or something, and the shaft would fall out. But it's held in there pretty well. It's made in USA, and I just think it's cool. as hell. So that's why I bought it. Like I said, it's also a 1973 version, and they make a mini, and they also make an updated one. If you're on eBay looking for something like this, avoid the oval shaped ones because those are foreign, Chinese made, unless that kind of thing doesn't bother you. But these here, these Easy Drivers, the red and blacks, are USA made. It's a Lexan ball. And then the yellow and black ones are the updated versions that are made in USA as well. So there it is. Ratcheting multi-bit screwdrivers. Got two early models here, 1973, which I think is cool. And let me know what you guys think. Like them, hate them. To me, it makes sense to carry a multi-bit in your tool bag for just the weight savings. I mean, I have a ratcheting ball stubby as well because, you know, you carry one driver instead of carrying all of those in your tool bag, and it's a great weight savings. Again, I appreciate all you guys. I thank you for watching and subscribing and giving two craps what I have to say. Your comments are always kind and encouraging, and I appreciate it. I get the occasional troll, but you're going to have that. I hope everybody's staying safe out there, living the dream. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.